was a nonviolent social and political campaign from 1954 to 1968 to abolish institutional racial segregation, discrimination, and disfranchisement throughout the United States. The hard-won advancements of the movement were made possible by the struggle, commitment, and work of the courageous individuals who stood up and resisted against systematic oppression. Let's now take a look at the big 6 prominent leaders of the civil rights movement and their contributions. I am John Lewis. I became involved in civil rights activism while attending college. In 1963, when I was 23 years old, I helped plan the March on Washington and was the youngest speaker at the event.
I am James Farmer. I established the Congress of Racial Equality in 1942. It was an organization created to fight for the equality and racial harmony through nonviolent practices.
I am A. Philip Randolph. I helped organize the March on Washington in 1963 when 250,000 gathered at the Lincoln Memorial and listened to Martin Luther King thunder, "I have a dream."
I am Roy Wilkins. In 1964, I was appointed Executive Director of the NAACP, which is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. I believe that civil rights could be achieved by changing laws.
I am Whitney Young. I collaborated with the other leaders of the civil rights movement to also help organize the March on Washington in 1963. Years later, I served as a civil rights advisor to former U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson.
I am Martin Luther King Jr., leader of the civil rights movement. For 14 years while working as a minister and activist, I fought against racial injustice, not only in the South, but the North as well. I led the successfully Montgomery bus boycott, which lasted over a year. I also led the 1963 March on Washington, which helped bring about such landmark legislations as the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act.
Let's give a round of applause for the Big 6. Indeed, we have come a long way, but there is still a lot more work for us to do. Though we still may face the challenges of continued oppression in our society today, let us not be discouraged, but rather encouraged by our past leaders as their influence continues to live on today. As we've heard, great things can happen when we as a people unite and fight. Having the love and support of one another to fulfill a mission, whether it's collaborating on the initiatives of nonviolent movement or building relationships with fellow church brothers and sisters to help reach lost souls, this is what it means to sit at the table of brotherhood. So join us at the table and let's reap the success, the abundance, and the blessings that God has in store for us. In closing, here is an excerpt from Dr. Martin Luther King's famous "I Have a Dream" speech read by Sister Michaela McPherson.
I say to you today, my friends, so even though we face the difficulties today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at a table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even in the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and injustice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having its lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day, right there in Alabama, Little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be escalated, every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we'll be able to hew out a mountain of despair, a stone of hope. With this faith, we'll be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, pray together, struggle together, go to jail together, and stand up to freedom together, knowing that we will one day be free. This will be the day when all God's children will be able to sing with new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Beautifully done, beautifully done, beautifully done. At this time, we're going to ask everyone to stand for the Black National Anthem, sang by Sister Aniel Clark and Sister Rachel Vasquez.
Strong with the might of the Lord.